welcome to Blackfeather Guild. Before we go in and say hi to the cast and get started with the show, I wanted to talk very briefly about viewer actions and a little bit about sponsors. So first off, there's a number of ways that you can actually actively participate in the show through viewer actions. One of the easiest ways to do so is through retweeting the game tweet. You should see that somewhere in chat if it's not in there already. But you just click on that link and hit retweet, and for every 5 retweets that we get on that, it will add a bonus to the cast pool and the game master pool. Now, in most cases, that's going to be an extra d6 that they can add on to any roll. Basically, a great way to use that is if a player is almost meeting a DC, but they're just not quite there, they can grab one of those d6s from the cast pool, roll that, and then add that to their roll. Basically, is how that works. Same with the GM. So that's one of the easiest ways that you can participate that way. Another way is through guild coins. That's our Twitch channel points. If you look at the rainbow colored icon, it should have the Blackfeather Guild crest on it. It should be right below your Twitch chat box. If you click on that, it'll show you all the different things that you can get with those. The biggest one being plot points. Now, plot points, you can see an example right over here. They all work pretty much the same way. It's just a matter of how big of an impact they have. So for the example, when we've got 2 plot points, the player of your choice gets something moderately helpful or unhelpful. Enter any suggestions for the GM into chat, or you can have the GM come up with something entirely on their own. So just choose if you want it to be helpful or unhelpful to the party, and that's kind of how you can use them. You can throw in your own suggestions as well. How those work: 1 plot point is something trivially helpful or unhelpful. 2 is moderately, 3 is very, and 4 is very to the entire party. So if you want to do something to help the entire party or really throw a monkey wrench in their plans, 4 plot points will do that. So that's guild coins. And then finally, we've got donations. So if you want to help out with keeping the lights on in the place, so to speak, there's a number of ways that you can financially contribute. One of those being coffee.com/Raven or Raven.rocks. You can see both of those examples down there at the bottom. Those are the addresses to do direct donations. You can also do Twitch subscriptions or bits. Those work the same way. And then finally, Patreon. We've got a Patreon, which you should see in chat here any second, if it's not there already. And our Bard tier patrons and higher get credits towards viewer actions every month that they can use on any show that they would like. You just have to let us know in chat how you want to spend those, and then we'll hand those out. So some very cool stuff. Before we hop over to see the cast, one last thing to mention is a couple things on this chart here. We've already covered the D6 and the plot points, but the triple crits, what that means is you can gift auto critical successes. And you can, it's triple because you get 3. You can divvy those out however you'd like. You can do 2 to the cast, 1 to the game master, all of them to the game master, however you want to do it. So they work much like the D6s. The cast members just grab that when they're available and they really need them and use them. So it's pretty cool. And then finally, the last one, introduce an ally or enemy NPC. Just give us a brief description of what you want this character to look like, kind of their character concept and a name, and let us know if you want it to be an enemy or an ally to the party, and the GM will basically take that and run with it. So really cool ways that you can participate. Lastly, I just want to take a quick moment to mention our sponsors. If you look at the logos down below, that's who's sponsoring this episode, and we'll talk a little bit about that before we introduce everybody as well on the next scene. So yeah, check all this stuff out, and thank them for supporting us, and thank you for being here and watching. Let's go say hi to the cast. Hey, welcome back everybody to Hunters of Calamity 2. It's gonna be an exciting episode tonight, as we left off last session with one of the possibly big bads kind of showing up with a ghostly looking lemonade truck. So it's gonna be exciting either way. Before we jump into all the action, I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. We are currently missing, unfortunately, Zan and Alex tonight. They weren't able to make it. But I definitely will say, definitely go check out Insanity TTRPG on Twitter, as well as Agent Boss or Canned Chaos Art. They're both awesome people. You should definitely give them a follow. And hopefully we'll have them back next week. So with that, let's start with Nikki. Tell us a little bit about MJ and yourself.
MJ is an awesome driver. She has a bit of a problem telling the truth sometimes. um, and I just like to play on stream a lot. I just one of my favorite things to do, and I've been having a lot of fun with everyone this season.
Awesome. Next, we've got Pat. Tell us a little bit about Wesley and yourself.
Hey, I'm Pat. I'm a Tactric on Twitch and on Twitter. I play games here and on my channel and other channels. And I'm playing Wesley. Wesley is, I think he's a cult leader now, if not permanently, at least interim. And things are just going great for him. He is, if you ask him, he is very well, his magic is perfectly controlled, always does exactly what he wants, and no consequences, ever. Never heard of the word.
Yep. That's just a opportunity. That's all that is. Fantastic. We'll hop over to IC Historian next. Tell us a little bit about Lula May and yourself.
Hi, I'm IC Historian, everywhere I want to be found on the internet. And I play Lula Mae Jessup, a totally reformed, 100% no longer still in business gray market arms dealer who would like to offer a counterpoint to Wesley's description of his magical abilities. Just a little like round out the discussion there. So Lula May is a lady who is in a seemingly unending blood feud with one Timothy Racket, which may be coming to a head sometime soon. And I'm just happy to be here. That's what I'm doing.
Fantastic. And then next we've got Michael. Tell us a little bit about Amanda Starr and yourself.
Hello, I'm Michael Wayne, both on Twitter and Twitch. You give me a clip, I'll give you a GIF. I'm playing Amanda Starr, a very chaotic maker of things out of garbage, such as turning a junkyard into a mech that may or may not be helpful, but is great on getting through there because every time she's done something stupid and foolish and gotten themselves hurt, they just heal themselves up better and it's all fine. It all works out in the end because Amanda's helping. Yay!
Fantastic. And that just leaves me. I am Raven. I'm the creative director for The Raven Evermore, which includes a whole bunch of stuff from tabletop streaming. I'm a professional game master and game designer. I do voice acting, like I said, a whole ton of stuff. I will post my link tree here in chat. That's got my portfolio and all my social profiles and all that jazz that you can check out there. And then also wanted to say a quick word about sponsors, which is there in chat. So there's Grinding Coffee Company. If you could go to grindingcoffee.co and use the code RAVVYN, you can get 10% off your order. And they're also running a Cyber Monday deal. It's buy one, get one 20% off, I believe. And they're adding a bunch of the old flavors that they stopped carrying for a little while. So pretty cool stuff. And did confirm that the promo code does work even with that. So I think it's like an either or, I think. Not entirely sure how that works, but the code does work. So so it will give credit to me for that if you use it, which is great. But it's really good coffee. Definitely check them out. Also, Fundamental RPG, which is the system this game runs on. You can find out more about that with the links in chat as well. And finally, Intrepid, which is my brand for IRL adventuring gear. I just released a bunch of class shirts today. So currently there is Ranger, Cleric, Barbarian, and Bard available. And the link to where you can find all that is also in chat. Yeah, so definitely check that out. Greatly appreciate it. And then with all that said, we're going to hop into the action. So, as was mentioned last session, Wesley tried to do some teleportation magic, which, of course, succeeded and did not fail in any way, but did present certain opportunities in that Wesley, MJ, and was it Jeb that was with you? Okay. So the three of them did not teleport to where they wanted to go, and instead sort of phased out. So they are there. They're just not able to interact with the world around them very much. And those who didn't participate in that spell are not able to see them. But when we ended off, Wesley and MJ, you were able to see a very different looking Tim Racket. Looks sort of like a ghostly Two-Face from Batman type appearance. Very clearly, part of his body had been burned from something that Lula May in no way had any part in causing. And he's basically just standing there with his arms crossed, watching y'all, leaning against the Lula May Lemonade truck that had been abandoned and apparently Tim had reclaimed. Both of them are surrounded in this sort of purple, ethereal-looking mist. But they're not really making any aggressive move yet. How do you want to do this?
Well, we can't. I can't see them, so I think we're just. I mean, Lula May would just continue walking up the hill, right? Because I can't see him.
Mm.
Amanda as well. Just move the mech along. Just moving along. One step in front of the other.
Okay. What about Wesley and MJ?
We've met, right? You look kind of familiar there, like maybe half familiar, like I'm seeing a different side of you than I previously did.
As you address him, he arches an eyebrow, the one he's got left, and says, "Ah, you can see me. Well, that's new."
Can MJ hide behind him?
Sure.
Behind Wes? Just because, this is a different thing that she's encountered before.
Yeah, you absolutely can. I mean, he's already seen you, so he knows that you're there, but you can still hide behind Wesley.
But maybe he forgot about it already.
We don't know that he has object permanence.
Fair, okay, fair. Yeah, he's just like, oh, so that's new. Yeah, you're the lot that I gave those expedition packs out to way back at Foxy's.
Right, I remember that. And then I remember you hired someone to kill us. Then more recent antics I've heard about, I guess, what we'll generously call some HR concerns against a friend of ours. You don't look so great though. I didn't hear about. Is this like a treatment I should know about?
So he just looks at you nonplussed and says, "Well, I'm not sure what you mean about hiring somebody to come kill you, but all of this is because of your friend Lula May.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too happy about that. I'm not afraid to tell you."
No, I assumed that was why we've been hearing your shitty ghost van stalking her for the last week or so.
Okay. I wasn't sure that was audible or not. I seem to not really be fully in the world.
Nah, you don't seem to have a great handle on things there, bud.
Well, I'm doing the best I can. Blown up, assumed dead, had no transportation because my Jeep was stolen. I found this broken down lemonade truck on the side of the road. Seems to have a life of its own.
Yeah, you're really bad at holding on to those Jeeps, I've noticed.
Did he have anything better to do?
Well,
MJ's
I'm kind of
whispering.
dead set on revenge here. But I suppose I could warm up on the two of you if
See,
you're being such critics about it.
I thought he was gonna say revenge. I wanted to give him the chance to
But
maybe ask.
why? I mean, there's other things to do than revenge.
Have you seen what I look like?
Yeah, so I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, we saw you before the fire too.
Yeah, not much difference.
You know what?
Are you sure? Are you sure
trying
you
to
just don't want?
Trying to conserve my efforts here for going after Lula May, but you're really making yourselves attractive targets here.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna offer it. It seems like you're in a bit of a predicament, stuck between life and death, and we'd be more than happy to help, you finish passing on. You kind of got like one side in the grave there, bud.
Well, I could say the same for you, apparently. Nobody can see you either.
I mean, invisible is different than being blown the shit up, but sure.
I mean, I'm not half dead. I just some weird magic stuff happened, and now I'm stuck in the same position you're in.
What weird magic stuff?
She spiked my drink with some weird rock juice or something. I ended up throwing it up, and it blew up the entire room.
Are you sure that's what blew up the room?
Pretty darn.
I mean, you could have done anything to blow up the room, and it might not have been that.
Were there any other mistakes that you made that could have blown up the room?
It's a question here. Are you trying to provoke an attack, or just trying to to mess with him?
I don't know.
MJ's messing with him.
I'm also fucking with him, working under the assumption that we're gonna have to kill him at some point.
Okay.
Like, I assume that, like, maybe we'll have to kill him in ghost form, and that's why the sleeveless one saw fit in its great wisdom to make our teleportation go this way, was to exercise this spirit that's been haunting Lula May.
Okay. Roll speech. I just want to see if this will play off as fucking with him, or if you actually are going to provoke an attack.
Oh wait, when did my speech get not negative? What? Oh wait, is speech supposed to be based on cleverness? How long has that been a thing?
Yeah. Speech is cleverness. Charm is presence.
Yeah.
20. Okay.
A talking thing I'm not garbage at. What do you know?
You sense that Tim is getting very irritated. You've not quite provoked him enough to where he wants to attack you in particular. But you're pushing your luck. And you do know that he is after Lula May, so it's up to you. If you want to continue antagonizing and fight him, do you want to preemptively fight him, or just leave him alone and try to get up to the vault, or something else that I haven't thought of? It's also acceptable.
I mean, I know what Wesley wants to do. MJ, what do you think? What way are you leaning?
She does not want this guy to get Lula May. So I think she's kind of following Wesley's lead too. Because she doesn't want to make him mad enough to attack, but I don't think she wants him to get her friend.
Oh, you don't want to make him mad enough to... Okay.
Well, if they can beat him, yeah, but I don't know if they can beat him.
Yeah, I don't know if the...
I mean, does he look powerful? Or does he just look like he's half dead?
I mean, you definitely get mini boss vibes coming off of this guy. He looks intimidating. The
Okay.
the scouter says his power level is possibly over 9,000.
It is not over 9,000.
See, I was
9,000 maybe.
I was leaning the other way since Lula May managed to blow his ass up all on her own. I just didn't think I don't think Wesley thinks he's that impressive. I just think he's an annoyance right now.
Before he got all magicified, yeah, he was a weakling, but now he seems definitely a little bit more powerful than before.
let me take a closer look at you, as much as that might be unpleasant for both of us. Well, let me see if I can't put together a little bit of what's got you so magicked out.
Okay, MJ is right behind Wesley, just kind of
Okay.
because she's got a Wesley shield.
That's what he's there for.
Yes.
Yeah, can I
So
magically examine him?
yeah, you can try. So it'll be magic engineering.
Ooh, only a 26.
So what you're able to sense is kind of like what was done to you to make you able to use magic and be like a badass. Sort of accidentally happened to Tem. It's like the equivalent of being bit by a radioactive spider.
Oh, yeah.
It's juiced him up a lot with magical power.
Yeah, but I don't know what to tell you. I don't like the looks of this. You got spontaneously witched, I think. I don't.
You're very insightful one there, aren't you? Real master of the obvious.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He's the expert.
Some of us have been experimented on and intentionally juiced up with magic. You apparently just fell ass backwards into it. So, congrats, I guess.
He's just sort of standing awkwardly, clearly uncomfortable with how closely you're examining him.
There's nothing
Ooh,
obvious that like MJ could see from her hiding spot, is there?
No, not really. There's
Okay.
nothing really new to spot.
I've got an idea, which is like if he, which I'm not vocalizing to him yet. This is just so if the magic in him is like just unstable and he kind of got like bit by a radioactive spider or like Fantastic Four, just like waves going through it, whatever the fuck super villain origin story he is, I'm thinking it's probably a bit more unstable.
Okay.
Maybe not. I'm wondering if, because the rocks can suck up juice, right? Like we can charge up the rocks.
They are capable of absorbing power, yes.
I wonder if I can't what if we just tried to pull some out of him? He doesn't need it. We don't want him having it.
You can certainly try.
I'm just not sure how Wesley would execute this.
Let me see here. Maybe this raw can just like tap the knees like you would with that medical thing on the knees.
I feel like Wesley's approach would be like, let's see, if I shove this rock into his skull.
Keep talking.
I mean,
if you'd like, we can hop over to the other group while you think about it. Okay. So Lulame and Amanda, you just saw the others disappear, which seemed kind of normal considering they were trying to teleport to somewhere. And then you felt a little funny as you had this sort of cold feeling like somebody's walking over your grave or something like that shortly after, but that's all that you've really experienced. Do you keep heading up the trail?
Yeah, it's one foot in front of the other, and we're soon on our way. It's one step.
Okay. So I rolled a 25 on gut feeling.
You've got a bad feeling about this. You feel like you're being watched, and like something is off about the situation.
Okay. I feel like at this moment, like Lulame would turn around and like obviously she can't see anything, but like in one of the pockets of her, like she's wearing like I dressed up for the final boss fight. She's got like a fresh like lemon printed dress. You get the sense that she's got like 85 of them. And her like nicest peep toe wedge combat boots. And in her pockets, she's got shards of the crystal. And she's got some of them sitting in vials of lemonade. Like dust, like crystal dust, like almost like she's making crystal Kool-Aid. And kind of like idly touching it like in her pocket, and she's looking out. Like I imagine it's like in the movies, right, where like her and Amanda are up here and like the ghost situation's happening down here, and she's looking down where she should totally be like looking directly at all of it, but like she can't see, and she has the feeling that there's something there that she can't see. And she's kind of like staring off, like kind of squinting and like touching the stuff in her pocket, like wondering what she's gonna do.
You need some help looking?
I don't know, darling. I don't know.
Well, here's one of the things I did try. I don't know if it'll help. And like just kind of like with the mech, like looks like it pulls out of Amanda's pocket and comes down to you with just like the very pinky thing of just these like very root, like where the crystals are, like these diamond sunglasses. Like maybe this might help.
Oh, I imagine these are fabulous, like cat eye style sunglasses. And Lulame is gonna put them on. Are they like regular sunglasses, like just cute, or do they have the crystals in them?
No, literally, like they tried to make the lens thing, because remember, like one of them was like a laser going through a lens thing. So like Amanda couldn't figure out. They didn't do much use for me. I don't know the prop how to make them work, but they look stylish, and so maybe looking stylish as you're looking at it, that'll improve your chance of seeing it.
You know what, darling? You have pleasantly surprised me so many times. I would not be shocked if this worked. And I think she's gonna put them on, and like, I don't know, do they impact her sight at all?
You're not really able to see what's going on, but I imagine, considering that the crystals sort of absorb energy and then reflect it back at a higher intensity, it's like looking through like HD glasses or something like that. All the colors have higher saturation and better contrast and sharper edges and things like that than you would see without them.
Okay. So I imagine she sort of puts them on and like looks through and is like very impressed by how pretty they are. But she still is like really stuck on the fact that there's like something going on. Like the truck, like hearing the lemonade jingle over the last several days has left her feeling very uneasy, and feeling that cold sensation has made her feel really uneasy. And she also like doesn't love, I mean, like she's totally fine with like Amanda now, like that's not the issue, but like she really doesn't love being separated from like the rest of the party. Like she's not really someone who like seems to be like easily rattled, but she's definitely like the whole situation with Tim is actually she's actually kind of afraid of that. So I think she's doing that thing like she's like doing that thing like in horror movies where like they're convinced that someone's in the bushes even though you can't like they can't see someone. Like
Yeah.
it's like very much like a lot of that's happening.
Okay.
Like, I don't really think they do much other than make things look pretty, unless you want to try to put some magic in them.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're beautiful, Amanda. You did a real nice job. It's just I don't know. I don't know.
Well, if we can't help them, because, like, again, they're going to be at the vault, and if there's something behind us, odds are maybe it's one of those, like invisible things that only reveals right when we're at the vault, when it tries to go boogity boogity boo.
Ah, the dreaded scripted event.
Oh, the camera, you know when the camera angle changes and you can't control the player character anymore.
Yeah.
You're going to really wish you had bought health potions in town, and you probably didn't because you got hubris. It's always hubris that gets you. I think Lula May is going to kind of nod, and she's going to, like, take out one of the, like, vials where she has, like, a very, very small amount of the powdered crystal in with her lemonade. And she's gonna kind of turn to Amanda and say, you know, let's go on up a little further. You take the lead this time, darling. I'm gonna scope out the back.
Okay, one foot in front of the other, and soon we'll be on our way.
So as you continue down the trail, as I mentioned last week, there's a spot where it starts to narrow quite a bit. And it's going to be a little bit harder to get your mech through there. One spot in particular, there is a ledge, because you are basically on the side of a mountain. It's just a varying degrees of width of the trail that you're on. But there's a spot where it's basically more of like a ledge, like one single person, single file, would be able to walk across it without too much difficulty. And there's even a little like rope handle to help you get across without falling over. But for the mech, it's much too narrow. But the gap probably wouldn't be able to be crossed by a person without assistance. But it might be possible to jump the mech across.
Let's do it! Like, I have the crystals in there to help to do for, like, whenever I'm doing the power jump. It's been part of the design, so let's do it!
Okay. I will tell you before final answers, the final answer is yes. Before that happens, there is risk that you could not make it.
Yeah, but we're doing the super juice, because, like, anytime I can do this, like, I probably will get over there, and then I have to wait until, like, Lula May gets over before it'll be recovered in energy and can actually move again.
All right. So you do want to try to do the overdrive or overcharge thing that we talked about?
Yep.
Okay, and I believe that was mechanical engineering.
And an engineering magic roll.
I think so. I'm trying to remember what the DC was that we talked about. I want to say it was 25.
Okay. I'll do both rolls. Let's see about that. Did it go through or not? Okay.
Where's my roll 20?
Okay, there we go.
Yet. There you go.
Okay,
So yeah, you are successful. You're able to overcharge the system, and the mech is able to make that leap across the gap and land. Oops, bumped my microphone. And land safely on the other side.
And have to wait until Lulame comes because it has to recharge. Just like it always does with any mech, that after you go overcharge, you are open for attack. But since there's nothing around here, we're perfectly fine for Amanda to just wait as Lulame catches up by going across the rope.
Okay.
So Lulame is going to watch Amanda get across safely, and is going to shout, "Amanda, darling, are you all right?"
Yeah, I'm fine. I just gotta wait until the energy recharges, because when you do the overclock to do it, then it's all weak and powerful, which is why you don't want to do it in combat, because you risk yourself to open up her combat, so like really get hurt. But it's a good thing there's nothing here to worry about, and there's no combat, and we're just moving along.
You got your yo-yos, right?
Of course, I've even upgraded them for extra blades.
All right, darling. Now you promised me something, all right?
Yes,
She's like
yes,
not moving.
yes.
She's not going any. She's like going nowhere near the rope.
Yes, I already promised you I'd brush my teeth every night.
Well, darling, we cannot discount the importance of oral hygiene even in troubling times. That's very good. But I'm going to ask you now, you going to stay right where you are, and you hear anything, you going to run away, you get back to the Jeep, and you go home, okay? And she's going to take the vial with I imagine she has some where she's mixed increasing increments of the crystal powder in with lemonade.
Yeah.
Because the water was full of coffee meth. And so she is going to sort of turn back and look toward the back where that, I imagine, like a clearing or like a wider area in the road. And she's going to sort of straighten out her apron and pat her hair. I maybe check her lipstick.
Do you think it's...
And she's going to lean back to Amanda. She's going to say, "Darling, no matter what anybody tells you, you were always a star to me." And she's going to drink the vial with the crystal powder and the lemonade. Because what she thinks is what's happening is she doesn't understand that, obviously she doesn't understand that Wesley and MJ are with Tim. She thinks it's going off and they're going to go get the vault, and she's dealing with this on her own because she caused the problem and she feels like she should be the one that solves it. So she's just going to drink it. It's not like a ton. It's not like a chunk of crystal, though. She was trying to be really measured.
Does it kind of look like Popeye when they eat the spinach as you drink the vial?
I don't know. Lulame is not good at magic, so maybe not.
We're going to find out. Roll physical fortitude.
Oh, really? I just took athletic. Does that mean anything for physical fortitude?
That is a good question.
Doesn't athletic mean that you get at least... I can't remember if it's that advantage or you get an increase when you use that.
I'm trying to recall. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Me too. I should have done that beforehand, but I was expecting you were going to say magic, so that's what I was prepared to talk about. So, kids, for those of you playing along at home, this is where you learn the lesson of not trying to live in your GM's head.
It's a scary place.
Are you sure kind of like you want me to promise to run away and when I'm the only one that can perform healing?
Oh, it's a toughness skill check.
Which
It's physical fortitude and stamina.
Oh, that's right, it is. Yep, you're correct. So yeah, unfortunately, that won't necessarily help. I'm trying to get to it as well, just see if there's anything that might even be like a little bit of a stretch that might work. Gain +2 bonus on any toughness skill check. Yeah, it won't That won't help in this case.
No. That's unfortunate. So we're just going to do our best.
You do
Are
have
you sh-
4d6 available if it ends up being a bad roll.
I got a 16.
Okay.
Um, I am going to take a d6 team.
Okay. I support
And
this
that's a
decision.
21. That's a 21.
Okay, much better.
Great! I don't want to explode. I've had too much fun playing this game.
So yeah, you weren't gonna explode to begin with because you beat a 15 at least. But this is the difference between being really, really sick and being somewhat okay. So you pop this and it definitely does not feel normal. You start to feel a little bit queasy. You notice that any exposed skin is glowing.
Okay.
So you're starting to glow like this faint purple. And you feel this odd sensation of simultaneously wanting to just hurl and curl up in a ball, while also feeling like you could take on the world. They're very conflicting feelings, and it probably weirds your brain out a bit. But as all this is happening, you don't really consistently see what's going on, but you get like little flickers where Wesley and MJ will sort of blink into your vision and then blink out again. And give me a sight roll as that's happening.
Are you sure you want me to promise to go away? Because it seems weird to send the healer away.
She's gonna kind of look back at Amanda and like smile because like she again 100% believes that everybody else is up at the top, and she's gonna say, well, darling, I think you are going to be very useful further on up the road, and sometimes you're going to learn people got to take care, people got to clean up the messes that they themselves have made. All right, now you tell everyone that I'll see them sometime. And she's going to kind of like walk, and that's what I imagine she's going to do the sight roll.
Okay.
Which she totally clicked on because she's awesome like that.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do see, like I said, MJ and Wesley, they kind of blink into your vision for a couple seconds, and then they blink out again. And that this kind of keeps happening. Like you're sort of getting this flickering vision of them. And you do catch a glimpse of the truck. You don't see Tim, but you do get a glimpse of the truck parked next to the Jeep, in that same fashion where you'll look over there and it's not there, and then it blinks into existence for a second, and then it's not there again. So you do see that happening. Also, thank you so much, Michael, for that $4 donation. Some D6 for the cast. Awesome. That'll add 2 more D6 to the pool, which puts y'all at 5.
I feel like we're gonna need it.
So
What could go wrong?
I think that she's gonna kind of she's gonna kind of like walk, like she's got her like chin up, like very much not. She's decided, she's like in her head, she's decided that she's gonna clamp down on the need to hurl and definitely lean into the feeling of like I'm about to kick some ass.
Okay.
And she has her new crystal infused weapon. And she's just gonna stand there, kind of whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Okay. I think that's a good moment to hop back over to Wesley and MJ. What are you doing?
MJ is going to, what she said, Wesley, what if you use your rock magic and like reverse it?
Yeah, for sure. I like that. Yes,
Like take a
Tommy,
sharp one and just, yeah.
Tomothy, Ted. No, not Ted. You're not a Ted. So I
He
think
gets
you're.
Tim.
Shh. He doesn't need to know that you know.
He's just standing there like, I can hear all of this conversation, right?
See, it's. I think your problem is, like I said, you got splat. You essentially sat in like the magic splash zone, and like look at like Wesley will kind of roll up his arms, or he doesn't have sleeves to roll up. He'll show off his tattoos that are like, see, so like this was essentially like magic being harnessed and focused, and you're just kind of swimming in it, which is probably why you are stuck in your current state, as opposed to us who, this was, a problemartunity that we were embracing and can easily get out of. But I think I could probably help clean up a little bit of that extra splash on you. You kind of like reek of it.
Surprisingly, some of that made sense.
I get that a lot.
I imagine you do. What exactly are you trying to do to... I feel pretty... despite the appearances, I feel pretty strong. I feel pretty good.
Yeah,
so what is exactly are you trying to fix?
Yeah, no, you are like close to death. It's like in hypothermia where like you feel the warmest right before you're gonna die. You're in dire straits, and it's a good thing we came along when we did to help out with this.
That's gonna be a speech roll.
Can MJ try?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he really helped me a lot. I had tried to steal a bunch of those purple things, and I got really sick, and he just worked whatever kind of magic it is. I'm still learning. I'm like a student. And speech. Okay. Let me just find it to make the roll.
No worries. I mean, Tim's hand is like right over the X button right now, like just ready to press that for doubt.
It's the last one.
Did I get?
So 21. With a 21.
Do I need to add a d6?
Go for it.
I would, yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of like a mixed success at the moment.
Oh
no. So I'm gonna call this a mixed success. Like it's sort of a yes, but so he believes you, and basically believes that you believe you've been helped, but is less sure about what Wesley's saying is actually true. The upside is that it gives Wesley a chance to try again. So essentially the sequence is, yeah, I think you're full of baloney, but wait, this person's vouching for you, and then they seem very, sure in their convictions. So maybe I'll hear you out. Explain this again.
Right. I'm for mechanical purposes, I'm trying to go more aggressive with this and see if I can't shift from speech to daunt right now.
Okay.
Now, all right, you need to there's no time. You need to listen up, because I am the closest you've got on this fucking planet to a magical doctor. You've got too much of this purple rock in you. You need to let me reverse the polarity to suck it out of you back into this rock, or you are going to double die, which is worse than the first time you might have died.
Double die. Okay. I love it. Go ahead and roll Daunt.
19. Do we think a d6 on this? I mean, if this doesn't go well, like, worst case scenario is we start shooting him, which I'm also fine.
Hey, they're there to be used.
All right, well, we'll use one.
Oh my goodness.
21.
21. I'm gonna say that he very reluctantly agrees and says, "All right, I'm still skeptical about all this, but your friend here seems to vouch for you. They seem very, earnest in their conviction that you helped them.
That's a good. You've got a good ear. MJ is the most earnest, honest person you will meet on the planet of Calamity.
All right. Well, I'll let you get started, but I'm keeping my eye on you. I'm not entirely convinced, so no sudden movements." So you got a shot at this. What exactly are you going to try to do?
So what Wesley hopes to do is I want to kind of take a chunk of the magic rock and see if I can't create a gradient across it. Like if I can't manipulate it magically to be like low magic concentration and stick that on him to suck some of it out, if that makes sense.
Okay, kind of
like I'm creating like a space vacuum essentially in the rock, like where it goes from
like a siphon.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Go with magic engineering on that.
That is
natural. Yep.
Yes. That is.
Is
that a 49?
You make an energy sucker 5,000. Or whatever you want to call it. It's all set up to vacuum that out of whatever you stick it against.
Yep. Yeah, I want this fucker to have no magic power when I'm done with
it. So yeah, you use that, and it is successful in that it does significantly reduce the amount of magic he has. And because it's a nat 20, I will say that it has the bonus side effect of bringing you all into back into where you're supposed to be.
See, it's working. Can't you feel it? Don't you feel more alive right now? More corporeal?
I feel kind of funny. But yeah, I do feel a little more solid, I suppose. All right, so now I'm not gonna explode or whatever it was.
Oh, I don't fucking know. I just assume bullets will hit you easier now that you're more solid.
Okay, with that, we're gonna go into combat.
I hope people. I apologize if people weren't ready for that switch to get flipped, but I'm like, fuck this. As dumb as Wesley has been playing it for him, he remembers all of the shitty things Lulame has told him about this guy.
Oh yeah, he's not a good guy.
Just to make this clear easy, like Amanda is going towards the vault, so if you want any combat to be happening at the vault with Amanda and them, feel free to just add me in the rotation.
Okay. I am going to need.
I was not expecting Amanda to actually follow through on what Lula May told her to do. I was like, I'm going to get about 9.5 seconds out of this one before I hear a clomp, clomp, clomp of a mech behind me. But okay.
Did you not hear? Like, to do that has to use a very thing that will get them vulnerable and the mech destroyed if they go after.
Okay. Was the car sent back too, or is the weird eliminate car still in the other realm?
Oh no, it's still there.
Because MJ needs to find something to have a weapon.
Gotcha. Yeah. you're not too far away from the parking area, and you all can see the lemonade truck there.
Well, MG's going to run to find something for a weapon.
Okay. And then I am going to need swiftness rolls from everybody, which is it's 1d20 plus your toughness score. Excuse me.
Hold on a second. I don't think I'm a bright child. Plus
on the-
toughness.
Yeah, there is a button on your character sheet in Roll20 that will just do that for you.
Great. I love that for all of us.
It should be right below your dodge stats and all that.
I got it. 21.
21, all right. Okay. All right, so the 18, was that your swiftness there, Michael?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
18, so 23 is Wes,
Yep.
and 21 for MJ. Okay, so it's gonna be Lula May, then I'm sorry, it's gonna be Wes, then Lula May, then MJ, then Amanda, and then Tim. So, Wesley, it's your turn first. What would you like to do?
I think as I dropped that last line about him being easier to shoot, I'd love to just blast him with my shotgun. Because I'm standing like right next to him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a ranged attack.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
So sad. So bad.
So yeah, you go to attack and your shotgun, unfortunately, has been banged up a bit with all the stuff that you've been through, and
Oh no. My shotgun shooting shotgun that we made.
oh, that's right, it shoots shotguns. I forgot we did that. So it's probably not so much the being banged up part. It's the maybe there was a slight miscalculation in calibrating it, and so it does fire. It fires shotguns out of it, but they miss except for one, which hits you. How much damage does the
Well,
does
since
the-
we just hit level 10, I believe it went up to 2d10.
Okay, but we split it up somehow where the shotguns that get shot out do less, I think.
What you
Half.
said was you told me that if the first shotgun hit, then to reroll a second attack for the baby shotguns. And then I think maybe half. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah, I think that sounds right. Okay, then yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll 2d10.
Oh, I don't know why it added the 5.
Oh, probably from
Or-
your cleverness attribute. Because it does do modifier damage as well.
Oh, yep. All right.
So 16 damage.
Yep. It's a really good shotgun.
It is.
Its shotgun itself is how good a shotgun it is.
Now, since I've not had the opportunity to really use them before, how do stamina points work again? What can I do with those bad boys?
So stamina points have two different functions. One, you can spend one, roll a d20 to try to get an extra action, or you can spend them in conjunction with magic to get special effects on your magic that you're casting.
let's go ahead and try and get an extra action off of that depressing thing.
All right. There should be a button for that on your character sheet as well, right below your attacks and above your training.
15.
Awesome. So you succeeded. You get an extra action. You can attack again if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna. God damn! I just smack the shotgun on the side like I'm hitting a faulty monitor, and I try shooting it again.
Okay.
God,
19.
add a d6 to this. Is that okay?
Go for it.
I don't
Let
want to
me
use
see
all
what-
our d6s.
Let me see what Tim rolls first. So that is a 14. No, wait, I'm sorry. That's I'm just adding his roll, not the score. So that is a 17 plus 5 for dodging ranged, which is a 22, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
Would I need to
Sweet.
meet that or beat that?
If you meet it, then you both reroll. If you beat it, then you hit.
I already used a d6. I don't want to use up all our d6s though.
Hey,
I think
You're,
Go for
you're
it.
currently at 3 of them, and we are 1 retweet away from. Oh heck, I'll just retweet it. There we go. So you got another d6 from getting 5 interactions on the game tweet.
All right, I'd very much like to hit him with a shotgun, so at least a
Okay.
3, please. Hey,
Nice.
hit.
That will hit.
So now it'll be 2d10, and since I successfully hit, do I roll again because the baby shotguns come out?
Yes,
Is
you
that-
do. Go ahead and roll your first damage.
Ooh, 22.
Oof. Okay.
Then that'll hit for the babies, little baby shotguns. I hope.
Let's see. So that is a get a calculator. My brain is not in the state to do mental math. So that's a 28. But I have d6s that I haven't used, so I'm going to use one.
Yay!
So let's see what we end up with. That's a 6, so that's going to be
34.
34, yep.
Yep. Okay.
And Raven, don't forget you also have a crit.
I do. I have not forgotten.
That's fine. I will. That 22 points of damage is a lot. I feel like that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
And
that's
it's-
like
that's a little bit more than I did to myself. So that's a good round, right?
yeah.
You're forgetting
so-
about the babies. Like, that
Oh,
would
that-
be...
that- That was for them. So yeah, Tim does get hit by the first initial blast, but the other shotguns that shoot out do miss. He dodges out of the way.
I
Okay.
think since that's the first time using the shotgun, I think it's like as the spread comes out, it passes through the person, like almost how Wesley will ghost phase through things sometimes. And then like the pellets will change into little holographic baby shotguns that also shoot off.
I love that. Okay, Lula May.
Okay, I think like Lula May like sort of comes into sort of the middle of this area, and she raises up old Bessie, her beautifully monogrammed homemade combination pistol and shotgun. She's gonna kind of tuck it under her arm and take out her crystal lighter, and she's gonna light a cigarette. And as she she manages cuffs on it a few minutes, and she's gonna just say, "Hi, Tim."
He just looks at you and sort of growls at you.
I gotta say, darling, what did I tell you about proper skincare in this hot calamity sun? Oh, sweetheart, you are gonna need to get some aloe on that. And she's just like literally like just casually like getting ready, and she's gonna aim her shotgun at him. And she's gonna just be like, unfortunately, darling, I don't think that, I'm going to let you do that. So she is going to hit him. She's going to shoot him with her shotgun.
All right.
That is a 16.
Okay. And that is a where's the calculator? $27.
He rolled a 27.
All in total, yeah.
Great.
He is using dodge as his defense. So that is giving him a +5 versus ranged attacks. Speaking of which, I forgot to ask you, Pat, what defense did you want to go with?
I pick now, right?
Yeah, at the end of your turn.
Do I see any weapons on him?
He does not seem to have any weapons that you can see.
I'm probably gonna go with block then, assuming he's still got some of that juicy magic juice in him.
Okay.
Can I? Oh, sorry.
And I was gonna say, and then back to Lulame. What were you gonna say?
No, I am going to use a stamina. Well, let me, before I say anything, can I just ask probably a stupid question that I should know the answer to? Lulame is not like a witch, but she just drank the magical happy juice.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that I could spend a stamina point and then use my newly acquired magical essence to improve my murder faceness?
What?
Is there a way that, like, because I just drank the crystal drink, crystallade. I'm just wondering if there's a way that, like, could she channel a little bit into her, like, attacking?
Gotcha.
And shoot Tim Rackett in the face. Like a lot. Like a lot in the face.
Trying to think mechanically how that would work. You can absolutely use
I could come up with some ideas.
You could use a stamina point to try to get an extra action and shoot again. And we can absolutely flavor that as, the magic kicks in and you're able to shoot twice as fast, so you get two attacks off.
Okay, we're gonna try that one. So Lulame is gonna sort of like, oh, darling, I it's been a long time, Tim, since I've had to do this. Now I know you understand that sometimes, people like they have to perform, and there's like a little bit of stress that comes in there, gets interrupted. I know that you know all about that, but we're gonna try this one more time, and pray for my hubris, friends. We're gonna try that one more time.
So 26.
Before we even get in there, I love you all to pieces, but I'm gonna pop a D6 onto that.
All right.
Oh, good! It gave me a 1. Oh, I'm so glad I did that.
Actually, hold up. You only got a 25, so forget the D6.
Oh, cool.
So that will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's not very exciting. I think it's 1d10.
If you're level 10, it should be 2.
It's 2d10.
17.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay. He has taken a couple of shotgun hits, and you thought he looked mad before. He looks very, very, very angry now. With that, unless there's anything else you wanted to do, if you want to move closer, you can. You can also talk.
I think Lulamay's like, she's kind of gone. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, I'm normally really great with like movie references for these moments, but I feel like she's kind of gone, like, Shawshank Redemption. I know I could be going anywhere with this. I know, but Red at the last parole hearing, how he's literally just like, don't care. I don't give 1 ounce of one shit about anything that's happening right now. So she's kind of just got like the cigarette hanging out of her mouth, and she's just like gonna kind of go in on Tim Rackett.
Okay.
Like, you know what, Tim? There is nothing on this forsaken hunk of rock that is gonna bring me a greater moment of singular joy than watching a bullet crafted by my own hand rip its way through your body. Now, I thought that I was going to enjoy watching you be consumed by a giant ball of fire, taking half of the Danco pricks with you, but I got to say, Tim, you always said that you were going to show me a better time than any other man. And I don't think you meant it to be like this. But I will say, when you're right, you're right. And if there's one thing Lula May can do, Lula May can admit when somebody else is right. And she's like this is like, she's like going to go, she's like in. She's going to be like, you know what, Tim? I'll tell you a couple of things, right? Not only did you skip a criminal amount of arm day, you also skipped personality day and sex appeal day. I didn't know those were days, but you skipped those too. And she's just gonna be like loading more crystal like shotgun shells into her shotgun. Like I feel like I imagine that it's this like long monologue where she starts going in about how like his college girlfriend broke up with him and like talks about his relationship with his dad. I mean, I imagine that she just like goes in on Tim Rackett in this moment as like all this hustle and bustle is happening. Because what she's trying to do is like provoke him to not go after her friends. Like that's what she's kind of wanting to do. And also if she figures she's gonna die, she wants to die having all of this manifested out into the universe.
Okay, so you're trying to draw aggro basically.
Yeah, and she's just like, you know what? You prick, you've always like slimed your way around. Well, I'm not going to make it easy for you.
Okay. And then what defense would you like to go with for this round?
Gonna go with being muted.
I was gonna say, I think you were muted.
That's what I'm gonna do. So, biscuits.
Block helps against magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with block.
Okay.
But she is gonna definitely like, she's kind of standing her ground.
Yeah. Okay. MJ, what would you like to do this turn?
Okay, first, is Tim away from everybody, or is he like...
He is like touching Wesley practically at the moment.
Okay, because she was going to try to hit him with the car, but that's not going to work if Wesley's right there.
It'll probably take you more than because each round is 10 seconds, so it'll probably take you longer than that to get to the car and turn it on. But you could definitely spend this turn getting to the car and like cranking the engine and getting it ready for next turn if you want to do that.
Yes. And can she yell for Wesley to get out the way?
Absolutely. Okay, so this turn is basically MJ just booking it back to the Jeep. I imagine sort of doing this like hopping over the hood and
diving in.
Yeah, the really
and
cool
yelling, "Get out of the way, Wesley!"
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, you're able to get there and turn the engine and it's all set up. So your next turn, you'll be able to try to attack with the Jeep.
Okay, great.
And then you're probably not going to get attacked while inside the Jeep, but just because I have to ask, what defense would you like to go with?
Um, whatever I have the highest bonus in. um, dodge.
Dodge? Okay. And then it is Amanda's turn. So, Amanda, you are obviously a decent distance off. And I know you said you are heading towards the vault, but you are able to hear gunfire going on behind you. Do you continue towards the vault or do you turn back?
Lula May had me promised, and I did ask, are you sure you want to send the healer away? She said yes, so I gotta go towards the vault.
Okay. In that case, you make it a little bit closer to the vault. At this point, you've turned a corner, and you're able to see the waterfall, and it's a lot closer than you may have expected. So probably within the next couple turns, you'll actually be able to get to the waterfall. All right. So now, defense. What defense are you using?
Just if we do get to the waterfall, man is gonna put out their robot hand to kind of like separate the water and go with deflect for their defense.
Okay, deflect. All right, and it is finally Tim's turn. Tim is pissed. So, Wes, evens or odds?
Odds.
Odds. All right, so odds, he attacks Wesley. Evens, he goes for Lulame. It is odds. Rolled a 1. So, yeah, your crystal vacuum, magic vacuum thing, has weakened him. So he's more on par with like one of your party members, instead of like the party combined, like he was originally going to be.
Good.
But he's still got some magic, so he's going to attack you. And he basically just takes a step back, and sort of with a not exactly a roar, like halfway between a grunt and a roar. His arms turn into these like semi-transparent, like translucent. They look like kraken tentacles. And he's just gonna try to like swipe at you with one arm. And they look like they'll hurt if they hit you. And this is a magic attack.
I roll block.
All right.
Right? Question mark.
That's gonna be. Let's see here. Come on, calculator. A 23.
I rolled a 22.
Oh no.
Plus 5.
Plus 5. Oh, wait, yes,
yeah.
plus 5. 27.
Okay, cool. So you are able to block it, and you definitely get that sort of like if you've ever hit something that's really solid with like a metal pipe or something like that, that sort of vibration that goes up your arms, that feels really funky. You get that sensation, but you don't take any damage. He's going to spend a stamina point. Whoop. I lost my d20. Grab the other one. And that will succeed with an 11. And he's going to try with the other arm. That will be plus. That was a much better roll.
Mine was not.
That's a 40.
Mine is a 22.
Plus 5.
No, it was 22 with the plus 5.
All right. So that's going to be 17 damage.
Ooh. This is not looking so good.
And with that, sorry, I just saw Zoom chat and got distracted. With that, he's just gonna sort of roar and stick with dodge for his defense. And so he's just sort of standing there with his arms out in front of him. There's these giant translucent purple kraken tentacles flailing everywhere in front of him. And with that, it'll go back up to Wesley.
So question, if say a truck was oncoming in my direction, there's no reactions where I could try and use my magic to phase through it, right? How would I have to save an action to try and do that?
Given that MJ gave you warning and you can very clearly see what she's about to do, I'd say that you could take the action now to try to phase through it.
Okay.
Kind of, sort of like a prepared action, but not quite.
You know,
don't fail.
If I was to say summon a creature, Raven, does any damage from those creatures do magic damage, or do they do appropriate for whatever hellish creation I make?
It's all considered magic damage.
All right. Is that ice cream truck still around?
It is.
Would I be able to animate the ice cream truck?
Interesting.
Into some sort of like Lula May branded transformer?
Oh my god. So ordinarily I would say no, because it's summoning rather than manipulating physical objects. However, it's clearly already had a magical tie to Tim, and I'd say that your nat 20 on that magic vacuum sort of
if it makes it feel better thematically, I'm happy to summon some sort of energy creature that just wears the truck as a shell. Wears it like a little turtle.
No, this is fine. I was gonna say, so that allows you to do it, and then because you weakened Tim's magic tie to it, you can take control over it rather than Tim being like, no, that's mine. So yes, because of the sequence of events, yes, is what I'm getting at. You can do this. Or try to, at least.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a magic engineering roll, and a stamina point.
Got it. Just my first time doing this in this system since I just got summoning magic. Do I have any idea what kind of level I have to hit for this level of bullshit?
Yes. 1 second. Let me grab the magic.
When I'm just pulling... I feel like it's easier for you to codify me pulling shit out of my ass this season.
It is. Okay, so for magic, this is the difficulty chart for sort of the effects that you can get out of spells. At a 15, you're looking at small, simple spells like cantrips and magic tricks. So for this, I'm going to say 15 would probably just flat out fail. Average is 20. Intermediate spells, more advanced cantrips, potential for damage or protection. With a 20, I'd say you probably have some effect, but not a big one. 25, moderate spells capable of damaging or protecting others, limited area of effect. So 25, you're probably getting closer to what you're trying to attempt. Challenging is at 30, which is advanced spells, substantial damage or protection, spells with triggerable abilities, or effects rather. And then 35 is big magic, moderate area of effect, intimidating levels of damage or protection. I think the transformer thing that you're going for is probably a 35.
Okay.
But anywhere between 20 and 30 will also have some effect, just not quite as big as what you're going for.
Just in keeping with Wesley being Wesley, I'm also willing to sacrifice control of this creature if I roll lower to make it happen.
Okay.
It does not have to be on the group's side.
Deal.
Just a 26.
Oh. You do have 3d6 still available if you want to.
Yeah, but I'm using all of them. I don't want to use all of them.
Hey, it's there to be
Do it!
used.
Do it! I want it to sing the jingle while it beats him to death.
I just want a clarification. Is there the ice cream on top
sad.
of it, or the actual machine? Because that's what I got confused on.
It's the whole truck.
Thank you.
So this is kind of what happens. So you went big. You
Maybe I just
shot
get some
for
sentient wheels. I don't know.
you shot for a really high goal, and you succeeded in creating a very unique opportunity for everyone in the vicinity to try and solve.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to take that note of it wasn't quite high enough, so you don't have control over it, much like has been the case through the entire Hunters campaigns. And it basically turns into like a Lemonade version, or a Lula May caricature, if you will, version of Optimus Prime. It transforms into this robot that resembles Lula May's lemonade truck, and it is playing the jingle the entire time as it flails its arms around and stomps on the ground and starts clomping towards all of you.
I'm gonna, if I can, I'm gonna try and use another stamina point for another action.
Yes, you can.
Nope.
Darn.
I think I'm just, in that case, I'm gonna use some movement and follow MJ's advice.
Smart move. Okay, and then are you sticking with block?
Yeah, I think that's, if he's still got the squid arms, I think that's gonna have to be where I go.
All right. Lula May, you've just witnessed all of this.
All right. Lula May
What are you doing?
is imagining, if she's still 100% convinced that she's gonna super die. So she's just like, whatever. This is great. It's a good time. Amanda's safe. Wes's presence in this pocket dimension is a problem of his own creation. She got a girl, MJ. This is like the weirdest version of Thelma and Louise ever. So I think that she is going to look at the truck. Now, Lula May has spent quite a bit of time tinkering with that truck. She won it at a poker game. It was one of her first ever, it was one of the first things that was Lula May's Lula Made back when she sort of had her rehabilitation in the eyes of the public. So she's quite partial to that truck. So what I'm wondering is, the jingle, I imagine, is like a crappy recording of Lula May's own kind of schmeh singing voice, because I haven't rolled an art roll above like a 12 this entire time. So Lula May is going to start singing along with the Lula May lemonade jingle in an attempt to gain some sort of semi-magical, semi-mechanical upper hand over this robot.
Okay.
How do we make that happen, and why is it going to be with mechanical engineering?
I will say this: you can certainly try. And
I don't like when you say things that way, Raven.
It's
Can
gonna
I
be
get
magic.
Can they get advantage if they sing the song?
Sure.
Oh my god, really?
Sure.
Oh, you've known me long enough to know that this is obviously I have the Lula May lemonade jingle in my head already. So I imagine it's like one of those like old fashioned like Pepsodent, like that kind of like happy little like 1950s commercial, and it's like Lula
Hell
May
yeah.
lemonade, spend some time out in the shade with Lula May's lemonade. Every day your day is made with Lula May's, and it's like that over and over again.
Oh my god, somebody please clip that.
Nope.
I love it.
No, they're not going to. They didn't.
I'm on it.
Oh, it didn't have the internet is broke. We're dead now. We can't do any of that.
That was beautiful. I loved that. Yes, absolutely. You can have an advantage on that roll.
Great. And that is what did you tell me to roll?
Magic engineering.
Great. Oh, I had a 21.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
What?
be
Anything else? Could I add a charisma modifier?
no.
Like,
You pretty much needed a nat 20 to make this happen.
ugh.
Me, but once on the internet, forever on the internet.
Wait.
Yeah, you pretty much need a nat 20 or a crit to really make it happen, since you don't have magic to start with naturally. But I will give you this. You sing the song and you try to take control of the truck, and it does seem to acknowledge you. It stops its flailing for a moment, and the mechanical head turns and looks at you and gives you a little nod, and then it goes back to its rampaging.
Great. That was really helpful.
You get the sense that it will kill you last, or try to kill you last because of that.
That was my action, right?
Pretty much, yeah. You can try for the bonus action though with stamina
No.
point.
I don't. I have like negative 18 stamina points. I am a steel magnolia made out of wet paper. I think that Lula May, wondering if because she's just sort of like nothing is real anymore and screw it all. She's gonna look when the robot turns to her. She's gonna point and just say, Tim Racket, imagining that the truck, while she was working on it, maybe it heard her as she was like fixing it up when she first got it, muttering about how much she hates Tim Racket. And then she is going to sort of get out of the clearing, and maybe I would imagine like behind like a rock or something.
Okay.
To kind of get herself a little bit of cover.
Okay. And then what defense would you like to go with?
Which one protects me against predators and robots? I didn't see that on my character sheet. I would like to go with human resources and the ACLU. Is that what defense are they?
It depends on the type of attack, because
Yeah.
if they're going in for a melee attack with the paperwork,
So here's my thing, right? I'm imagining that it would be block still, because that's still magic and tech. And I think that with my sterling personality and razor sharp wit, I could make a reasonable argument that the damage that is going to be done to me by this robot would be either magic or tech. So I'm going to dance with the man that brought me.
Yep, that is a fair assumption. So far, no weapons have been used aside from Wesley. All right, MJ. The scene that you see before you is Tim is standing there, still in your sights. He does have those flailing kraken arms going everywhere, which might be a little bit concerning. But you can absolutely hit him with the Jeep.
So I'm hitting him.
So you do have the transformer next to you as well.
Well, I'm going to try to hit him with the Jeep.
All right.
What do I roll for that?
That is a fantastic question. Let's treat this as like I think I don't know. What do you all think? Do you think it's more of a melee attack or a ranged attack?
Melee if you're going with the actual arm of the robot. Range if it's throwing something at someone else.
No, I mean to like drive a car into somebody.
Oh, that's melee.
Melee?
So-
Okay.
I would
What
say whichever one MJ's better at.
I don't know. Um,
I can take a look at your character sheet real quick too.
okay. So it's not like mechanical engineering or anything to drive the car into somebody.
Normally it would be to drive, but since this is an attack,
Okay.
it would need to be with an attack. So your melee is 3 and your ranged is 4. Tim's currently using dodge, so a melee attack would be more effective in that regard. Because he's
Okay.
currently getting a bonus versus ranged. So I would probably say roll 1d20 plus 3 for your melee training, plus 3 for your toughness. Which is a little weird because it's the Jeep, but the Jeep is a weird weapon.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh no, 3. So I'm gonna say, well, let me roll. You never know. He might roll a 1. Nope, he rolled a 19. So I'm gonna say this is what happens. You're right on track to hit him, but at the last second, he sort of dodges out of the way, using his Kraken arms to sort of like cartwheel out of the way in a weird way.
Can I use a stamina point to back up and try again?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you'll want to, on your character sheet, right above training and right below your attacks, there's a little d20 that you can hit right next to stamina points, and that should...
No.
Oh, no. Alright, so unfortunately, you don't get the bonus action. But the good news is you're not in harm's way. You're a decent ways away from Tim and the Transformer lemonade truck. So you're not in direct danger. What type of defense would you like to go with this turn?
I guess dodge.
Sticking with dodge. All right. Amanda.
Yeah.
You are able to get up to the waterfall this turn and do the little thing where you stick the mech hand into the water to act as sort of like an umbrella so that you can walk under it. Is that what you would like to do this turn?
Yeah, unless there's someone there to
There-
respond to anything, but
There does not appear to be.
then under the hand umbrella I go, as Amanda probably just like almost as like I think Spider-Man off the mech. We're using like their yo-yo to just kind of like propel themselves down to the ground, and then just starts walking just one foot in front of the other, and soon we'll be on our way.
Okay.
I have to say, as an aside, nothing is bringing me more joy as a player than like the joyful image of Amanda being like, I'm gonna go get the vault, and have my friends don't know where that weird lady is, like happen around, and then the rest of us are like ripping some guy to shreds in another realm. I just really am appreciating that right now.
It's got that same energy as like the really violent scenes in movies, and they're playing like What a Wonderful World in the background.
Yeah, like the opening to Deadpool, where like it had the heart while there's a big over-the-top scene. But I can't ever, yeah, like that's something I've always done with, and to help me move forward, even though I'm very uncomfortable, is just remember that song from one of the, I can't remember which Santa Claus movie, where like to convince Old Man Winter to go forward, Santa Claus or convince him to move forward.
Yeah.
Song, one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be on your way. That's all I can remember of the song.
I know which one you're talking about. It's one of those claymation ones. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then are you sticking with deflect?
Yep. As she
Okay.
keeps going forward, just doing what she was told to do.
Okay. Let's see. So we're gonna go with 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So it looks like Tim is going to try and deal with the Jeep that just tried to run him over. I did a 1d4 to see who it would target, and it landed on 3. So unfortunately, MJ, Tim's coming for you. And it's going to try to grab the Jeep with those tentacle arms. And just as he lashes out, I think we're going to take a quick break. Leave the first half on a cliffhanger. So we're going to take a 10-minute break and give everybody a chance to grab a snack, drink, stretch your legs, all that good stuff. And then we'll be back in 10 minutes, and we'll find out what happens with Tim's attack. We'll be right back. are back. So, as I had mentioned, I just noticed I don't think Captioner is working for some reason. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. It's just running a little slow. Okay. So, as I had mentioned, I rolled a d4 to see who Timothy was going to be gunning for, and then unfortunately, it ended up being MJ. So not MJ, Tim is running towards the Jeep. And looks like he's going to try and kind of grab the Jeep with these Kraken arms. And who knows what he'll do once he has the Jeep in hand. So with that in mind, MJ, do you want to try to leave the Jeep? Or do you want to try to stay with it and just avoid any damage that might come from that?
Probably try to stay with it because I'm sure there's some level of protection with the Jeep.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and roll the attack. Hey, Gamer J, welcome in. All right, good news is he rolled low. So that's going to be an 18 to grab the Jeep. I will let you go ahead and roll your dodge and see. And I'm just basically going to play this like you're dodging with the Jeep.
Got a 19.
19. Fantastic. So you are able to swerve out of the way in time. And I think Wesley and MJ have been focused enough that I'm going to have Tim's next stamina point be to try and attack Lula May. And he did get it. So Lula May, you see Tim sort of running on these Kraken tentacle things instead of on his feet, and it's a terrifying look. And he's about to swipe an armful of these Kraken tentacles at you to try to knock you over. And that's going to be that number plus that number plus that number. That is a 24 magic attack.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll block and then add 5 to that.
26.
26. I'm going to use one of those D6s that I've got.
You're going to kill LeMay?
Not with that attitude.
It's just one hit. All right. It's going to add a D6 to that. That was a 5, so it's going to make it a 29. And I was going to say you do have D6s as well, but yeah, even a 6 would only make that a 27. So that's going to hit.
I should add 5 to it.
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
So I have a 26.
A 26, and I just got a 29 with the D6.
You do you.
So, do you want to try to roll a D6 to see if you can beat that? Or take the hit?
No, I'll take one hit.
All right. So that's going to be... Okay. Plus... That is 17 damage.
Oh, all right.
As he basically runs along on these Kraken tentacles and then just swings a couple of them at you, and they sort of knock you over. It feels like getting hit by like a tree trunk swinging at you. And that will be Tim's turn. Tim is going to stick with dodge. And so it's going to go back up to Wesley. Oh, we got plot points spent.
Now, does Lemonade Prime go on my turn, or when do they go?
You're right, I forgot about Lemonade Prime.
Oh my god, Country Time Prime. That's gotta be good enough for whatever fundamental inspiration is.
Yeah. I forgot. So yeah, they will go next, actually. So there's 6 on the roster here. They're also going to be a random initiative roll, or a target roll rather. But what were the 4 plot points for?
I thought there was a plot point to D6 conversion rate.
Oh.
But if
normally no, but
or I could come up with something insane. Give me a second.
Okay. So 4 plot points is something I believe very helpful for the entire party. So 4 plot points is pretty powerful. I will give you some time to think about what that will be as we figure out who Prime is targeting. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, yeah. It's going for MJ again. I'm so sorry. The dice are out to get you. So yeah, it just is going to come charging towards the Jeep. And I'm just going to say it takes its whole turn to get from the parking lot to where you are. And it will attack you next turn. So then, yeah, it'll be Wesley's turn at that point.
Okay. How is Tim looking? I mean, I know he started out looking like shit, as we told him several times, but I guess on that sliding scale, how is he looking now?
He's looking pretty beat up. He doesn't look like he's ready to fall over or anything like that, but he's taken some damage.
So manure bad?
Manure bad?
Was asking him what level of shit, so that's why I was confused.
I got you now. I'm with you.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and try and shoot him in the fucking face again.
Okay. So answering some quick questions. The crystal, I assume Wesley still has that. So theoretically, yes. To your question, Icy, and I think the lemonade truck is too old to have one of those key fob things. But that is a good idea. So go ahead, Pat, with your attack.
It sucked. It's a 15 total. I rolled a 2.
Oh, 15. Ouch. Tim rolled an at 1. So it hits.
Yay! Suck it, Tim.
Wow, it's bad on both sides.
So that's 16 points of damage. And then the baby shotguns have a go.
Yep.
For a more respectable 26 to hit.
All right. Okay, that's going to be that plus... what was he using? Dodge, okay. Plus that. You hit again by 1.
Yay! And so the baby shotguns do 1d10, did we decide?
I think that was how it works, yeah.
I thought it was 11 D10. Did I hear that wrong? Did I just not?
I thought it's half. So roll the normal and then just half it.
Let me just add the baby shotgun attack to my sheet.
Whichever way you want to do it.
So that's
That's fine.
10
Calling
more.
it baby shotguns.
Oh, can the little hologram baby shotguns have little Wesleys that fire them all too? I've decided.
Sure.
That's horrifying. Lulu May steps on one by accident.
Is it baby Wesley with baby shotguns?
Basically, yeah.
shotgun.
Tim, are you ready to call it there, bud? Just let us kill you for good. I am happy to let her keep just, tearing into you viciously with his verbal assault, but at some point you must prefer death, right?
Yeah, he doesn't really respond verbally. He seems to be getting more and more like just absolutely insane, and is just more grunting and growling and flails some tentacles at you, but you're too far away to hit.
Let's try and get another action out of this.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Shit, you know what? I've got a weapon that I've literally never used that we made the first session, and I can't remember what it does. I've got bone axe with chain written down. What did the chain do?
Allow you to throw it and bring it back?
Oh, okay.
I think that was kind of what it was. You could use it like either as an axe or as like a ranged like bullet spear type attack.
Yeah, I think let's do that. I shoot him with the shotgun, then I just start taunting him some more, as I like how Lula May has just been calmly, like nonchalantly doing everything. I put back my shotgun, kind of play with the axe a little bit, and then just like line it up and just swing it.
Okay. So you're throwing it?
Yes.
Okay, so ranged attack.
So is it ranged still, or is it a melee that counts as range with this weapon? I guess that was my question.
So when you throw it, it would be considered ranged. But if you're swinging it, it's melee.
Fuck it. I'll swing it at him then. I wanted to change up and do some melee on him, since he is dodging, and melee and magic could be better against him.
Yeah, you absolutely can run over and swing this at him. He's well within range to get to him.
Only an 11.
Oh no. And that's a large number. I rolled a 19 on the die.
Not a 10 this time. Okay.
No. So yeah, he very handily dodges that, ducks out of the way of the swing.
All right.
Are you sticking with block?
Yeah, it seems like the way to go.
All right, Lula May. You have been sideswiped by this tree trunk of a tentacle as it smacked into you. Wesley has gotten a shot off and is now up there next to you as well with this big axe.
So I think is he looking a little bit closer to falling over?
He's looking bloodied.
He's looking like kind of rough.
He's breathing a little heavier, and he's got a lot of cuts and wounds and things like that. He's still swinging, but
I have a feeling he's probably gonna keep swinging. So let's see here. Lula May is going to scroll all over her character sheet, having a struggle. So Lula May is going to sort of like take a moment and kind of channel herself, like focus herself in, and she's gonna do like sort of like the motion that she's seen Wesley do right when he's about to like do magic successfully. And she's gonna like take her shotgun and she's gonna shoot him. She just wanted some sort of inner clarity when she did that. Now here's my question: Are we like right? Am I at point blank range?
Pretty much, yeah.
So if I place the shotgun like literally up against his body, does that count as melee?
No, it's still a ranged weapon.
Well, okay, fine.
I get where you're going with that, but mechanically, no. It's still a ranged weapon. If you wanted to hit him over the head with it, I mean, you could do that.
I don't actually have a melee. Like, I just have them as using them as guns. Can we just like do it the same?
To like hit him over the head?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would, I mean, everything would be a little bit different. It would be your melee training, your toughness, and your roll to determine the attack, and then the damage would be like probably like 2d6 plus toughness.
Okay. Because he's still using dodge, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Lula May is going to like she's shining, like she's like chalking a pool cue. She's like still got the cigarette. I lost my fake cigarette. She's still got like a cigarette hanging out of her mouth. And she's like chalks the end of her, like the butt end of her, of old Bessie with the dust. Just be kind of a jerk about it. Well, she's imagining that it's going to like, it'll like spark and just be kind of irritating. And she's going to raise it above her head and just look him dead in the eye and go, "Oh, fuck you, Tam." And she's going to bring it down on him super successfully. So it is melee plus...
melee plus melee weapons training. And your roll.
I don't know if that went the right way.
Was
Well,
your roll a
it's
3?
I rolled a 7.
Okay. He got a 26 to dodge without
Yeah.
the 5+5 bonus.
Without the +5. All right, so
I rolled an 18 on the die, so
that's totally fine. I'm gonna spend a stamina point and I'm gonna shoot him with the shotgun because I hate him so fucking much.
all right. Go ahead and roll to see if you get that bonus action.
Oh,
So it's the little. I think we forgot to do that the last time you did that, but that's fine. So you hit the little die right next to
I rolled a
stamina points.
7.
No. Darn.
Can I add a d6 to that? I'm
I
joking.
mean, if
I'm
you
joking.
want to.
I'm just being a pain in the ass.
I don't see anything in the rules that says he can't.
No, I mean you can if you want to, but that might be a little bit of a superfluous use of a d6.
No, that's fine. I just like really wanted him to be dead at my hand. I wanted to personally watch the light of consciousness flow from his eyes to be replaced by the vague blank stare of one who has passed.
Instead, he said, "Not today."
What do we say to the goddess of lemonade? No, thank you. I'm a diabetic.
Pat, oh my god, show me the rules where it says a golden retriever can't play Hunters of Calamity.
Right. I mean, probably a golden retriever would be significantly more successful than we've been.
Well,
Oh my god.
this is roll 20, so I think it would be just as bad for the golden retriever.
Oh god. Well, actually, let's see here. So they have to reach negative 15% of their max HP before they die. So if he gets taken down, there's a good chance Lula May can still do the finishing blow.
Nice.
Just as a heads up. So that's gonna pass turn to stick him with block for defense.
Yes.
Okay.
Are his tentacles are technically magic, so yeah.
Yeah. So MJ, your turn.
Can she still try to hit him?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I almost rolled in the wrong place. So
Are you just pulling a wrench out of the truck to hit him with it?
No, she's like trying to hit him with the Jeep. Like run him over.
Thank you. I had forgotten what it turned into.
So we've got the Jeep, which MJ's driving, and then the Transformer. Given that the dice have been especially crummy tonight, and Lula May has been spitting out the insults left and right, I'm gonna say do that with advantage because Timothy is distracted. Also, I really want to see you hit him with this jaw.
I really do.
Dice. Oh darn!
Can I try stamina point?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let me find my sheet again. Where are you?
I really want to see you hit him with this Jeep. Yes. So with a nat 20, when you're trying to go for a bonus action, that means you get to take the bonus action and you don't have to spend the stamina point. So.
Oh, that's good.
You just get a free action.
Come on, dice.
There you go. All right. He rolled a nat 1.
Yes. Sorry.
Perfect.
I'm not even making this up. It is a nat 1. I don't know if you can't really see it, but it's a nat 1. Go ahead and hit him with that Jeep, and let's call that 2d12 damage plus your toughness.
Okay, let me see what my toughness is. It's probably not that high. It's 3. So what
That's decent.
So I added 3 to the 2d12.
Mm-hmm. $23, nice. Okay, so he's at that much health minus that. Okay, now he's looking like he's gonna fall over soon.
Good.
He's still standing, as it were, but he's not looking great. That did a lot of damage. All right, and then are you gonna stick with dodge?
Sure, why not?
All right, Amanda.
Just before, I wanted just a clarification. Does Timothy look like one of those like flattened dimes that's standing cartoonishly?
You could say that. He's definitely, like leaning forward and then leaning back, and seems to be struggling to stay upright. But Amanda, you're at the waterfall, and you can see. You've only got about 10 seconds for your turn here, but just at a quick glance, you can see a lot of those same runes that you all saw in the other cave, sort of carved into the stone behind the waterfall, where it was hidden by the water before. Now that you're past it, you can see that. You don't notice any obvious entrances, but you do see those runes. Okay, so last time we blew up the entire mountain to get in. So maybe we can find an easier way. And I'm going to try something that's probably not going to work, and Amanda is going to try to see if using kind of like I'm imagining just the idea of just focusing their own like energy and magic to hopefully kind of like do a radar of essentially a magic radar of just breathe in, breathe out, and try to feel out where the energy marks might be to hopefully radar where there might be a door. Okay, so kind of like if you've seen Legend of Korra, how the Earthbenders would like stomp their foot to get sort of a reading of what's around them.
Yeah, but more towards how Toph did the metal of just stomping down, and you see this clarity and blackness to Toph as it goes out, and you start to see an image of things as it
Okay. Yeah.
radiates out. So
Yeah.
magic
Go ahead
engineer.
and indeed go ahead and give that a try with your kinetic magic there. 38. Nice. You do get a decent sense of what's past the rock. You can sense that there is a hallway somewhere past this rock face. Excuse me. You don't really sense an entrance, but you do know that there is an opening somewhere that is currently covered with something. There's a hallway beyond this rock face, and that this structure is expansive. You don't notice any obvious ways to open it, though.
I have
Probably will
another dumb
require-
idea.
Probably will require further investigation. Okay, hold on to the idea, because that's all the actions you got for this turn. And then we'll try it next turn. Are you sticking with
Deflect.
Cool. Oh, it's Tim's turn. Tim is looking pretty shaky. None too happy, and seems to be going more and more animalistic in his rage. And we're gonna see who he targets. He's going after Lula May again. All right. So it's gonna be that plus that plus that. So that is a 19 on the attack. With a magic attack.
Okay, so I would roll block.
Correct. And add 5.
All right. 24.
24. Nice. So that will block.
She
So
flips
you
it
don't.
off. Is that a free action?
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, he's gonna do something. Or try to. Let's see if he gets a bonus action. Nat 20, he does. He's gonna look at Lula May and just in a very sort of guttural voice, just say, "If I'm going down, I'm taking you all down with me." And he's gonna try to do something. Let's see if it works. That is an 18 plus 18. That's nice. That's a 37. And his whole body is going to start glowing. And he explodes. So from Lula May, Wesley, and MJ, I'm going to need defense rolls.
I imagine Roland somewhere is saying, and then it exploded.
Yep. Actually, probably don't even need defense rolls. It's probably like a nimbleness roll to get out of the way. Because this is going to be a massive explosion. So 20 from MJ.
Hold
27
on.
from Lula May.
Because I have athletic. I did that wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So this is nimbleness we're rolling?
Yeah. Okay.
I could have sworn nimbleness was a toughness roll, and you'd get a
is.
+2 too.
It might already be in there. because there's
So it's
that
like-
+2 at the end.
Oh,
I think there
okay.
is, yeah. So 27. So yeah, all three of you managed to get out of the way. And I think everybody's still going to take some damage, but not nearly as much. $11 damage total, but you all succeeded in getting to cover. So that will be 5 damage to everyone, aside from Amanda. Oh, sorry, I just saw. I just saw your message on Zoom.
Oh, I thought that that's what you did. I was like, oh, all right, I guess we're taking care of that problem.
Great minds think alike.
I mean, sure, I'm here for this.
Oh, that's fantastic.
May I add, just like the only thing that remains is Timothy's heart.
Sure. I mean, there's a lot that remains. There's a lot of red goo that
It's
remains.
everywhere, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I was meaning at least something so that way at least Lula May could probably have of some use, like a heart of magic, to find some use for.
Oh, I got you. I mean, it's pretty much just a dead, unbeating heart. Basically, it doesn't do anything special aside from you could crush it if you want to. But yeah, Tim explodes and does a little bit of damage to all of you. The Jeep is just partly red now. But that would be the end of the encounter.
I was guessing, did the legally distinct transformer get caught in the explosion?
It did. And I do need to account for that damage.
Oh no, the death of Lemonade Pride, where we'll all be sad again, just like in the cartoon.
It just seemed to make it mad more than anything else.
Fabulous, beautiful, intelligent game master friend. My first favorite person on this Zoom call. Sorry, Patrick. I mean, you have to be number 4 because then it's Nikki and Michael. It's a whole thing. Can I redeem my plot points?
Yes. Yeah, that would be very helpful for the whole party. So yes, you can use those 4 plot points and say that and Patrick will remember this. I love that. So the Lemonade Prime, now that Tim is gone, seems to calm down a little bit and yeah, remembers your beautiful singing, Lula May, and you are able to take control of this monster.
I imagine she goes up to it, and it sort of is like when Black Widow goes to the Hulk, and she's like, "Sun's getting real low," and I imagine it's a lot like that. And like, now we have 2 mechs, is what I'm understanding.
More like a mecha and just a robot. Like when it's in
Sure.
truck mode, you can ride in it, but you kind
Sure.
of need to get out for it to transform. But sure.
Yeah,
I
she's
mean-
gonna have it go back into Jeep mode, and
It
Like-
never technically attacked the party, did it?
It
It never got
considered
the. It was going to attack MJ, but didn't get to yet.
correct. Yeah.
Wesley's absolutely going to take credit for that. So everything worked perfect.
So yeah, it will go back to truck mode. This is a magic ability, so you'll need to like resummon it essentially. But if you want it to turn into a transformer again, but that's something that you can consistently attempt to do.
okay.
It's just not like a guaranteed. You got Optimus Prime running in and wrecking people's shit.
I mean, But
but
I
it's
mean,
it's
if a
potential.
certain somebody gets their shit together, maybe it could be consistent. I'm not naming names here, but it may be. I'm just throwing that out there as an option.
It's
Hey!
okay. You can say it. She's not here right now. You can just come out and say it.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. All right. So with that, combat ends. You're all able to go catch up with Amanda if you would like to do so now, or you can look around. I mean, there's not really much left of Tim to loot, aside from the just heart on the ground. But you could do whatever else you'd like to do before heading back up.
That was hey, you got hit by one of his tentacly things too, right? That was a really underwhelming exit, wasn't it? He kind of went out with a dud.
And Lula May's gonna kind of like pause for a second, kind of looking at like what's left, and she's gonna like smile, like a little half smile, and she's gonna say, "That he did, Wes. That he did." And she's gonna like kind of kick some dirt half-heartedly over his remains, like, and like sort of sigh. Say, I'd like to thank you both for helping me with that particular problem. I did not intend for him to make it this far and present such an issue for all of us.
You know what? Let me check something first. Raven, can I like ghost vibe check this area to make sure that it like it's clean, that he's not still just a ghost hanging around in another form?
He's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's all the way dead, not just mostly dead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not still getting any creeper, haunted stalker vibes. So I think he's all the way splat this time.
She kind of smiles and like breathes a sigh of relief and turns to them and says, "Well, as much as I would love to sit here and gloat for the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I thought that you all were up there, and I sort of left Amanda up there, so we should probably get going."
Let's walk.
Yep, we're gonna walk. We're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna enjoy walking.
Yeah,
Got
let's
the
walk.
boots on. This is how. Yes, we're gonna walk. I imagine like Wes like starts to look like I could teleport, and she's like, "Nah, we're gonna walk."
There's no need. There's been enough miracles for today.
Oh
Yep,
my
more than
goodness.
enough. 0 is technically a number, so yes, there have been.
I would hardly say that. The teleportation did not take us where we thought we needed to. The teleportation didn't take us where we wanted to go, but took us where we needed to be to deal with your ghost stalker and bring him back to a reality where he could be shot full of lead.
You know what, Wes? Considering your actions today, I'm gonna let you have this one. And if you're lucky, I may even write this particular miracle into the bylaws at the next annual meeting.
So just anybody's writing the holy script now. Okay.
We've earned it. Wesley,
Better-
we've earned
I
it.
could give
better everyone here than the fucking robot.
I could give it to Sleeve Side to write. I mean, I could do that.
I'm really surprised that Sleeve Saya wrote anything. They seem more the type to delegate that out.
I think sometimes he gets going in that oil bath, and then he starts thinking that his little Dunning-Kruger effect. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what that is. Is that like a soda?
I mean, it's kind of a soda of the perception, if you will. The Dunning Kruger effect does to your self concept what soda does to the enamel of your teeth, which is why I always told Amanda that she had to brush her teeth before she went to bed.
Right? Or the
We
cult at
should
one
get to
point,
her.
the church at one point did dabble in a soda that had high amounts of fluoride in it to protect teeth, but it didn't. It didn't go great. It was not, the alcohol content wasn't high enough. They weren't able to balance the three. Amanda's somewhere.
Yeah, we should probably go find her. And she's gonna like put her arm around MJ and like get going up the hill.
Okay. What's up, Michael?
Just kind of like to hopefully speed things up a little bit. They all would probably come in as Amanda is right about to do the action. So, roughly, Amanda has set up using roughly a lot of TNT like you would Emulex or C4, and then lighting that up
Where did she get
along.
TNT?
I had one that I never got to use all the way back. Like Amanda had said, had one and took
Okay.
that right out
That-
and had taken.
That's not a lot of TNT. That's a stick of TNT.
No, I'm telling you how. Because again,
Okay. Okay.
just, they are breaking it up into the same way you would Emulex or C4, and that you're breaking it up along the actual thing, and you're spreading it out enough so it'll hit the key points, while having wire going wrapped around kind of like each point of where it is, with one of the bullets that I imagine Lula May had, so that's right near there, or each one. So
Okay.
when kind of like the wire is heated up, that'll allow for each one of them to kind of have a little explosion that's spread out to create and shape the explosion right around the door. And it's like
Okay.
right before Amanda is about to connect it and ignite it is when everyone just shows up. It's just like right about.
Okay. So yeah, you all walk up right as this thing explodes.
Right before she's about to ignite it. Like they are all seeing like Amanda is right about to. So it's like
Okay.
they all have a second to say no, because it would be unfair otherwise.
Does anybody say no or try to stop Amanda or anything like that?
Lula May's gonna rush in and she's gonna be like, Amanda, what are you doing?
We opened up the first one by exploding the door, so I'm trying to have a shaped charge to explode the door.
Darling, we almost died. We almost caved ourselves in. I don't know if I mean,
But we did open the door.
right, but sweetheart, if there's nobody here to walk in to the door, does the door itself really matter?
Well, again, this is why using the TNT in smaller amounts, spread it out along the door to have a more smaller explosion that would be right around the shape of it. Very much how like people would used to get in through a wall.
Isn't there another way in?
I don't know. I don't know what any of these words means.
You didn't look?
We have a part here, and then there's a hallway. There's this door thing here, and I'm not smart enough to read what the magic words say. I do not have anything in education to say, oh, this is what that magical word will say.
Okay.
I think MJ, if I'm not mistaken, figured it out last time.
I did. Can I read it before you blow us up, please?
Oh, sure. And if you don't, I can just wrap this up pretty easily and have it as a shaped charge whenever we need to open up a door or make a door in a wall.
That's great. Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can figure this out first before we worry about that. Can I?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll education to see if you can decipher what the letters and words say.
Did it roll? Was that it, or was that my last roll? Let me try again.
Let me put it over here.
There it goes.
There it goes. 24. Yeah, you're able to roughly make out what it says, and it's some sort of riddle telling you how you can gain entry into this place. However, I didn't expect you all to get here yet, so I haven't written the riddle yet.
MJ's really frustrated. That's a riddle on top of translating.
Yeah, but it definitely has something to do with water, given that it is behind a waterfall. And I think that might be a good spot to wrap up the session here. And then I will have the riddle for you before next week. I thought the fight would take just a little bit longer.
I feel like we could all have like a little round the campfire moment because some of us have to heal up because we're about like ground into a fine powder.
Oh, you
Yeah.
need to heal?
Yeah, Wesley. Yeah. You missed it.
Wesley did a really wonderful job with his teleportation spell, and we all just tripped several times.
Oh, so okay. So that was it on the low then? Were we betting or high? I forget.
So say that last part one more time.
Was it on the high or low? Did we bet on to figure out was it the high number or low number of trips?
Yes, tell me more about this bet.
How about we just heal you and not worry about telling what happened?
Okay.
I'm really glad that you're okay, that all of you are okay.
Me too, darling. I'll tell you something. If you hadn't got him with that Jeep, I don't know what we would have done.
I don't know.
Okay, so I rolled a 24, a 29, and a 35 on the healing people, so...
Okay. So let's see. That is a 15 is a D4, 20 is a D6, 25 is a D8. For healing, getting hit points back.
1d4, 1d6, correct? And 1d8?
Yeah, I think that's correct. And add your stamina score to those.
Okay.
As
Okay,
well.
so one of them is 9. One of them is 13. And the other is 14.
Okay. I will let you all decide how those get distributed. And you can also sleep here, like make camp and sleep here to gain more hit points back. Which will give you all... where is it at? Natural healing. 50% of your max HP per 8 hours of sleep. So if you all make camp and sleep here, you'll get half your max hit points back. Awesome. Well, unless there's anything anybody else wants to do, we can wrap up there, and we'll go on a raid here in just a moment. That was a lot of fun. Really good idea with the magic vacuum there, MJ. That made your fight significantly easier. That was going to be a lot harder. So well done there. Before we go on a raid, though, I'm going to let everybody talk about their favorite part, where we can find them online, and all that good stuff. We're going to go reverse order from what we did earlier. So, Michael, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you? And anything else you want to share?
It's much tougher this time because, like, it's not as though like I could figure out what I was doing most of the time, because most of the time I wasn't paying attention, and I was doing the clips like you asked. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Now I remember. Alulame singing. And that would probably be the favorite mark. And I think the other thing
That's
was
great.
kind of that MJ kind of convinced him to do what Wesley failed at, because it was just that's always fun where MJ's lying works and succeeds. That is kills me every dang time. And I think Wesley, it would probably be the usual summoning the creature. I know it's stereotypical whenever Wesley summons a creature, but still, it works. You can find me tomorrow on the Bardic Knox channel, about 1 p.m. to about 2 p.m. Central Time is when we start. It's never the same. It's just sometime between that, where I play in Digimon Tabletop RPG, where I played a reflavored version of Billy Bliss, uh, and have the Digimon Aberrantmon, which made myself. Uh, Most part, I'm just here and there looking for a game. A lot of my other games are just offline, so I can't share where to watch them. But remember, we're all in this together. I'm pulling for you.
Fantastic. Next, we've got Icy Historian. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you? And anything else you want to share?
Oh man, I have to second my buddy Michael Wayne and say, like, first of all, MJ from a roleplay perspective, convincing Tim Rackett. I just found it really funny because like she's kind of the character who's like the least invested in all of this magic business, who was the one who was like, no, it's like the best ever. Like obviously I'm an expert. I thought that was great. I also thought that the problem solving of creating like the siphon was really great. That was really awesome. I think from like a Lula May perspective, like the fact that MJ and Wesley actually like were gonna fight Tim Rackett. I mean, not that she would think that like they weren't good people or whatever, but like she's not like she's not a person that like she's always kind of been very, very like independent and been like, I'm gonna take care of myself, and like she really did believe that like she set up the problem with Tim and that it would be her job to solve it. So it was very meaningful for her. And yeah, so I think that would be all the things. You can find me here on Tuesday and anywhere else with people who need to beef up their security measures. That's where you find me. People, there we are.
Awesome. Also, thank you so much to Nerds with Dice for coming in with that raid with raid of 4. Thank you so much. We're getting ready to go on a raid ourselves. We just finished up the session of Hunters of Calamity 2, but we got a couple more people to talk about their favorite parts. You'll get to hear a little bit of a summary of what happened. Then we're gonna go on a raid as well. But thank you so much for dropping by. I appreciate that. Thanks to B1 Sonic as well for that follow. Next, we've got Pat. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you online, and anything else you'd like to share?
I think I loved getting to team up with MJ for that bit, just because I feel like Wesley and MJ haven't gotten to hang out a whole lot, so playing off of each other was a lot of fun. And then I just liked the whole Timothy Rackett fight. Like, it felt very much to me like, even though we got hit pretty hard, from an attitude perspective of how we were treating him, it felt very much like the scene from Office Space where they're just going in on the copy machine, except as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides catching me here on Tuesdays, you can catch me tomorrow on my channel, Twitch TV/Attactric, where we play a Lancer campaign, which is a lot of fun. Space mechs, crazy, terrible creatures that RGM made, like with awful names, and it's just bad aliens. And then after that, I think you can catch me this Saturday night on Polished Cryptids channel for another of our Urban Shadows mini campaign.
Awesome. Fantastic. And then last but not least, Nikki, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you? And anything else you want to share?
I really liked the battle. I liked how they were kept. I liked the shotgun that shot out more shotguns,
That was fun.
and then I liked how MJ was finally able to hit Tim with her car or with their car.
That was
It's
fun.
like he was almost there, and then like um, he blew himself, which was great. Um, and I liked MJ getting to work with Wesley, and I also liked Amanda kind of off plotting to blow something up while everyone else is fighting. It just seems like a very Amanda thing to do.
Of course.
Very true. Very true. Awesome.
And
Um,
I'm on this channel on Friday for school days is a math game, and on Sunday I'm on Action Fiction um, for Train the Rich, and Monday for
So the it cut out on my end for the Monday thing. What was the Monday thing? Might have a might be having some internet
Train the
issues.
Rich. Yeah, it just now decided to add. No, that's Sunday. The
Castle.
Castle Falkenstein game on Monday.
Oh, okay, okay, there we go. That was the part that cut out before.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. And then that just leaves me. And also wanted to give a shout out to Zan at Insanity TTRPG and Alex at Canned Chaos Art. I believe is their art Twitter or at Agent Boss for their other Twitter. Very, very awesome players that just couldn't make it this week. Definitely check them out, and hopefully they should be back next week for the next show. And then my favorite part, I also really enjoyed the Lula May Lemonade jingle. That was fantastic, and just the constant berating Tim as she's shooting at him was just great. Wesley being Wesley was just fantastic, as always. I love that you summoned the transformer. That was just, I love that. And then yeah, I really enjoyed Amanda. Sort of being off by yourself, but still finding ways to set up explosives and figure stuff out. That was great. And then all of the MJ stuff, trying to hit Tim with the car and then eventually succeeding, which was fantastic. And really saving the day with that idea about the magic vacuum siphon thing and giving Wesley another shot at convincing Tim to go along with it. Cannot overstate how much damage that prevented you all from taking over the course of that fight. Because I had originally planned this for also having 2 other players involved, so Tim was pretty strong before you did that. So just brilliant ideas. But I had a lot of fun. We'll be back next week, same time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, to start for the next episode, where hopefully we'll get into the actual vault here that you're trying to get into, and it'll be a lot of fun. Also, quick shout out to sponsors, which are right there in chat. So there's Grinding Coffee Company, grindingcoffee.co. You use the code RAVVYN, you can get 10% off your order, and it's really freaking good coffee. They roast it right before they ship it, so it's super fresh. They're also doing I think it's buy one get one 20% off sale on Monday for Cyber Monday, and I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I know you can use the promo code and do the sale at the same time. I'm not sure if it's like 30% off or it combines it somehow, but they do work in conjunction in some way. So definitely still put that code in. And then Fundamental RPG, which is the game or the system that this game runs on. There's information about that in chat. as well as Intrepid, which is my brand for in real life adventuring gear. I just released a bunch of new shirts today for they are a D20 design on the front with the class name on the back. We've got ones for Ranger, Barbarian, Cleric, and Bard so far, and more of those are going to be coming out over the next couple weeks. So you'll want to check that out too. All the links are in chat. I think. Yes, they are. Okay. So yeah, that's all that. And then my link tree, if you're curious about what I do, all my links are right there. We're gonna go on a raid with a raid cry of. Let me just post this into chat as well. That's worse than Double Dead. That was from earlier on in this episode. So we're gonna go in with that raid cry, and we're gonna go raid. And I may be mispronouncing it, but Cecilis, Cecilis 625. They are the writer for a comic that one of the other folks that are on this channel quite a bit, Yasmin, is illustrating. So their Kickstarter for that is about to end. So they're doing last minute fundraising and celebrating. It's a really cool comic. I backed it and I got to see some previews of it and stuff, and it's really cool. So we're gonna go over there and say hi and just congratulate them on getting the comic backed. And yeah, there will not be Exodus tomorrow because we've got some cast traveling for the holiday. So that won't be on tomorrow, but I may still stream some video games later on tomorrow night. You can check my Twitter for updates on that. And then we'll be back Friday for Neon Devils and School Days. That's at noon Mountain Time and 6 p.m. Mountain Time, respectively, on Friday. And then Saturday for Animus Absentis at 6 p.m. Mountain Time on Saturday. So that is where you can find us next. So I will see you all, if not tomorrow, on Friday. Bye, everybody.